And just in, Iowa gets his 12th commit in the 2021 recruiting class. Top 247 offensive tackle David Davidkov officially commits to Iowa. David Eickholt here with HawkeyeInsider.com. Please be joined by Sean Bock. And Sean, we thought this recruitment was going to last a little bit longer than it did. So kind of take us through the process for David and kind of just the journey that he was on before he kind of decided to pull the trigger at Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a surprise. We thought he was going to take the official visits to to Ohio State and Michigan in June before he took the one to Iowa on June 19th. But I guess with all the uncertainty, and I would say that maybe the commitment of Bo Stevens might have pushed up his timeline a bit. So then Davidkov could get his spot. Seems to be maybe one of the factors. But yeah, Iowa getting him in the fold. And I think I said he was the 14th ranked all-time commit in Iowa history, and it pushes their class to 6th in the country, still in the 2021 rankings, still one spot behind Minnesota. But if they get a guy like Brody Brecht in the fold, maybe one of these other highly rated guys like Michael Myslinski here soon, then they could have a top 5 class right now, which is really, really good. Like when was the last time Iowa I know they're not going to finish in the top 5 just because you have teams like Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, all those schools finishing. But when was the last time? I mean, they have a legit shot with some of the guys that they're after that they're in a good position for. Those guys are ranked pretty high. They have potential to be a top 20 class.
And that's kind of crazy to think about too. But, as I've kind of written about a couple times, as Kirk Ferentz gets older, the recruiting really getting better. I know some people don't like to focus on the stars, but statistically, a lot of those higher ranked guys typically pan out. And, we talked about this after Bo Stevens committed, Sean, but where do you think Iowa's offensive line class right now, where it kind of sits? Because at least from my vantage point, it's probably one of, if not the best offensive line class in the country at this point.
Yeah, I mean, compared to some of the other classes, obviously Ohio State's in the works of putting together a strong class, and a few others are going to have a really good class on the offensive front. But yeah, I mean, you got a 4-star in Connor Colby who at Ohio State, Michigan State, a number of big-time offers, and probably would have gotten more had he kept his recruitment open longer, and still getting interest from other schools. You have Jennings Dunker, who was a really big find and is raised a 4-star. You have Bo Stevens, who had LSU, Michigan offers. Missouri was going hard after him. Really good programs. And you had a guy like Davidkov, who literally could have gone anywhere in the country. And, I mean, his 3 finalists were Ohio State, Michigan, and Iowa. But there's a good possibility that he had other offers that he was kind of just like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother tweeting these or letting people know that I got these offers. So that was a huge, huge get, and really puts the icing on the cake in what still has potential to be a really, really strong offensive line class.